Hi everyone and welcome to Daily Scuba News. Stories about how scuba diving is helping people with mental health issues are on the up and up, and it's really changing the way people look at scuba diving. So we want to share the story of Jane Miceli and how scuba diving changed her life forever. Jane struggled with depression and post-traumatic stress disorder, which she had been dealing with since middle school. Sadly, Jane's mental health was exacerbated by traumatic events in her life. She had lost a mentor to suicide, Jane had suffered bad concussion on a scuba dive in Mexico, and she lived through trauma when she needed a cesarean section for her child. But sadly, the epidural failed to numb one side of her body. It was at this point Jane wanted to end her life. She had planned to drown herself. Her plan included the time, date and place of her suicide, but due to her mother coming to visit to look after her newborn, the date she had picked to kill herself kept changing. It took some time, but eventually Jane told her husband how she was feeling, and this is when she started her treatment. She then ran into a fellow scuba diver at Micron who was part of the Neptune Warrior dive crew. They got talking about scuba diving and how it helped people in the past deal with trauma. You see, the Neptune Warrior is an Idaho non-profit that started up in 2016, and its sole mission is to help veterans and first responders recover from trauma through scuba diving, much like our own homegrown depth therapy. So, through the love of water and scuba diving, Jane opened up more to the group, and it was through this group she started to understand what depression, PTSD and suicide looks like, and started talking to them about what she had been through. It was through Neptune Warrior she turned her idea of drowning into something hopeful, from death to life. They called it the Alive Dive. Through the group, Jane and her husband got her cold water certification, and once she was ready, she went to the spot where she planned to kill herself and went under the water for a dive. The dive only lasted 10 minutes due to a piece of equipment freezing over, and she went down to about 30 feet, looking around at what was meant to be her final resting place, and then headed back up to the surface. She said, "It felt like a huge weight that had been on me for like a decade had been lifted. It was awesome." So the love of the underwater world, scuba diving, and the amazing community that we have here in the scuba diving world helped to save another life. We sadly talk a lot about death on Daily Scuba News, so it's really great to talk about scuba diving bringing someone back from the brink. Well done, Jane. We are all so proud of you here at Simply Scuba. Show Jane some love in the comments below. Has scuba diving helped you? Are you part of the Neptune Warrior crew? If so, pat yourself on the back. We need more divers like you in this world. Thanks for watching and happy diving.
So yeah, we all know the dangers of items like straws and plastic bags to sea turtles in the water. It's very well known. We've all seen the videos, unfortunate, the plastic straw, and it's horrible. Anyway, but now, we know that plastic can grow bacteria on it. It can lead to turtles just wanting to eat it even more, which is obviously